People died because the people and government on this island was not ready. And God forbid something was purposeful here. They are talking now about the power lines started this fire. I am still not ruling out arson when you have this fire starting in three of the most wealthy areas on the island and the fears of a Maui land grab going on. But don't forget, it could be a combination of both. You could have arson and you could have power lines going down. You could have the power lines going down on purpose. Now, don't forget, when I talk about gross criminal negligence on behalf of the government and government officials, you had sirens that didn't sound. That doesn't add up. And now we're learning escape routes were blocked by police, leading people back towards the fire. How in the world does something like this happen?
Were there any warning sirens that you heard? Was there any evacuation order?
None at all. No sirens. There were no text messages. There were no police, firemen come by. The only reason I knew there was a fire because I saw people running for their life in smoke. Even I turned on the radio after we got in the car, and we didn't hear anything until 15 minutes later. And even the radio station we're listening to was just evacuate. No direction. Yeah, unfortunately, all of our routes were basically blocked by police, and it pigeonholed and forced us down into Lahaina town on Front Street, which is an absolute death trap.
Folks, blocked not by down power lines, not by down trees, blocked by police, pigeonholing them into Lahaina, onto Front Street that saw the worst of devastation? How does that happen? And that's not a one-off story. Listen to this.
Also, where we're staying, a lot of people are having issues of getting out. A lot of people were supposed to leave today, yesterday. They can't leave because when you leave our complex to head south to Lahaina, all the roads are blocked off.
All the roads are blocked off. You got to get people out. I've been on Maui. I've vacationed there. There's not a lot of roads going inland. Everything surrounds the ocean. You go down around on the coastline. You got to let people out. That didn't happen. Then I get word that the water was cut off. Now, the official word is that under extreme heat, the water lines failed under extreme heat. I don't know. I want someone to investigate. Whatever it is, in this day and age, we shouldn't have the water failing. We shouldn't have fire trucks unable to find fire hydrants that are out of water. How is that happening in this day and age? No water. Roll the next cut.
Russ, who lived in his home for 40 years, said he and neighbors fought all day to keep the fire from spreading.
We had a hard time holding it back, but we were winning the game. And then the water turned off. And then there wasn't anything we could do. Then the sparks were blowing up out of the gulch.
Folks, this reminds me of everything that happens when you have liberals in charge. Let's review this. You got no sirens. You have blocked roads by police, pigeonholing people back into the fire. You now have no water. Then I read that the fire chief on Maui and the emergency management director are both off the island at the time. This is according to a local newspaper that reads, neither Maui's fire chief nor its top emergency management official were on the Valley Isle on Tuesday, despite the wildfires there being well underway. Ventura, who is the fire chief there, however, was off island during the blaze and didn't return to Maui until the morning after on Wednesday. According to Maui County Communications Director Mahina Martin, Martin wouldn't say where Ventura